And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and it is time for segment 3. It is time for the Kayfabe Issues. Tonight, we'll be playing the Odds Maker. We were originally going to play Toss-Up, but Vassar was popping in and out, so I thought we'd get a couple of his opinions as his Wi-Fi allows. So we're going to go right to Omega BR. Omega, please tell us what are the odds that anything will happen on Raw next week?
Anything?
Well, I mean, anything like substantial that would progress the story.
Oh, literally anything. I am gonna say 50%.
That is a pretty optimistic view there. Gunnar, why don't you give us... never mind. Go ahead, Omega.
Music, and then you didn't even ask for it.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for somebody else to notice.
Well, I just figured you were going to play the right thing, so I wasn't going to bother. I won't give you the satisfaction.
Hey, listen!
That's for the wrong podcast. You
were not aware of this? Your posterior better contact someone at once!
Hate your guts. Gunnar, why don't you just give us the odds?
The odds that something's going to happen to progress the story is 1. They give you 144 and 2/3% that something is going to happen.
All right. I'm going to say the odds are 0.00000010009% of happening anything that would actually progress the storyline, because we all know what happens on go home shows. Alright, maybe why don't you give us the odds that the Bound for Glory's buy rate will even equal half of what an episode of Impact's ratings are? I was originally going to make that Raw, and then I was like, no, that's not fair. So I was like, SmackDown, and I was like, no, that's still not fair. And then I was like, well, then the only thing left is Impact, because once you get down to Superstars, Main Event, and NXT, then you just can't set the bar any lower than that.
And NXT isn't even on TV here.
Exactly.
Uh, 33%.
Okay. Gunnar.
The question was again.
What are the odds that the buy rate for Bound for Glory will be even half of what an episode of Impact's ratings are?
0%. I tell you,
Wow.
you got no chance. Wow. No chance in hell.
Alrighty. I'm gonna say 0, because it just now occurred to me that the shitty ratings that Impact does pull in, though consistent, I will give them that, they are consistent in their shitty less than 1 rating every week. That is in the millions of viewers. So I guess even 500,000 buy rate for a TNA pay-per-view is just too much to ask. I should have went with main event. Maybe wrong. Why don't you give us the odds that John Cena won't be booed the very first time he appears, whether it's next week or... Wait, he's going to be on SmackDown, I think, right? Is that a spoiler? I think that's a spoiler. Sorry. Too late now. Omega BR, what are the chances that he's not going to get booed?
Well, 0%, obviously. I mean, he got pretty booed when Vicky announced that he was coming back to face Del Rio.
Alright, and Gunner, what are the odds?
%. He's booed no matter where he is, unless it's like South Carolina.
Do you think Brie boos him in bed? No, I guess she wouldn't. I guess Nikki would. Nikki would boo him in bed. Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And then he's all, the champ is here! The champ is here!
The champ is right.
Alrighty, Mega BR! Why don't you give us the odds that JoJo will ever even wrestle?
I'm gonna say 80%. I think she will wrestle at some point, but whether she can wrestle well, well, put it this way, I think she could still. I haven't even seen her do anything, and I think she could still do better than Eva Marie.
I don't know. I feel like she's probably going to be relegated to singing national anthems and things of that nature. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we haven't seen her wrestle yet, so there's no way to know if she's terrible or not. But if you put a gun to my head and said you have to pick either she's good or she's bad, and if you're wrong, I'll kill you, I would definitely go with bad. Gunner, what are the odds?
100% that she'll debut. I'll give you an 80% chance that she will actually be passable in Diva standards, a 40% chance that she'll be passable in regular standards, and a 20% chance that she'll be the next Trish Stratus.
20%? That seems high. And I think you're high if you think that. Alright, the final one here. Omega BR, what are the odds that I'm going to break something if Randy Orton wins the title at Hell in a Cell?
I'm going to say 1% because you say you're going to do it, but you probably won't. And even if you tried to, your arms probably wouldn't allow it.
Wow. What a dick. Gunner, what are the odds?
Okay, this entire thing is really confusing.
It'd be 100% because you're a smart.
Okay, well, trick question, actually. I would not. Well, not a trick question, but the answer should have been obvious. I would not break anything if Randy Orton won, because I will mark out, because all hail Lord Randall of the Serpent, he who strikes as the Viper and walks as the three-toed sloth. That does it for the kayfabe issues. Oh my god. Well, at least he's popping in at the very end of my segment, so I don't even have to deal with him. Let's go to the...
It really isn't the same without him saying.
You're right, it's better.
Let me explain something to you people!
He's trying to speak, but we can't hear him.
You know what, Net Jester, I'm glad you're here right now. We're happy to have you as you are. But we need to quit dicking around. Because it's time. I'm starving. So let's head on over and hit up the
drive-through. It's time for the Dairy Queen drive-through, and with the ratings this week, hey Jester, you're just in time. Why don't you read the ratings? Your microphone's not working.
It's funny because we can't hear him. Yeah, nothing. Let's see.
Yeah, what? You read the ratings then.
Alright, let's see. Impact on Thursday, October 10th, tied for the second lowest rating of the year. So all quarter-hour ratings were pushed down from their normal levels. The top-rated segment was Q1, which scored a .98 rating, following the Cops' lead-in on Spike TV. If you didn't know, Spike now has new episodes of Cops. If you didn't know that, now you do. I friggin' love Cops.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Oh, Jesus, he had to get it fixed. Anyways, the next highest segment was Q8, which scored a .87 rating for the main event focused on AJ Styles. Friday SmackDown got a 1.82, which is down just a bit from last week's 1.83 rating. We noted this before. The show averaged 2.453 million viewers. That's down from the previous week. Balls. SmackDown, from what I understand, deserves better. It is a really good wrestling show that I don't watch because it's hard enough for me to tolerate Raw. Speaking of Raw, last Monday, which was 2 days ago, would have been last night, scored a 2.88 cable rating with an average audience of 3.99 million viewers. The first hour drew 4.11 million viewers, the second drew 4.15 million, and the third drew 3.72 million. This is up from last week's show that did a 2.65 cable rating with 3.71 million viewers, so that's good. Ratings going up. We'll see what happens at the Go Home show next week.
Alright, with the birthdays, Net Jester.
Alrighty then. Hang on 1 second.
Let me just provide you.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that'd help immediately.
While we're waiting, I'd like to wish a very special birthday to anyone born on October 16th.
I would like to wish a very special happy birthday to everyone born on October 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, the 20th, which is my birthday, the 21st. Who wrote this? The 21st? Really? I hate you
As I try
guys.
not to laugh my ass
And the
off.
22nd. Alright, go ahead, NJ.
You couldn't count on your own and say 21st. You had to read it off the run sheet.
Well, no, I was looking at the run sheet and I was like, oh my god. Like, I couldn't even... That distracted me so much that I stopped being able to count. That's how bad that was. I am dumber for having read that. I am Net Jester levels of intelligence because one of you wrote 21st.
Alright, gentlemen, and I use the term loosely now. With the birthdays, happy birthday, person, place, or thing. On October 16th, we have none other than Just Incredible, Liz Mark Jr., Jimmy Olsen, Takato Omari, and Kazuyuki Fujita, I think. Anyway, whenever you think of this man's name, you think of, oh shit, yes, on October 17th, Steve Mongo.
Never mind that shit. Here comes Mongo.
Yes, I think they got that part already. On the 18th is the legendary Berserker. On the 19th is Sweet Syria Knight, I think. On the 20th...
Same difference!
Especially in my pants, yes. On October 20th, the legendary Chavo Guerrero with Big Scott Hall and Tiger Mask IV. Then on the 21st, Bushwhacker Butch, Horace Hogan, Charlie Norris, Sick Boy, and Eric Ecstasy. Then rounding us out on the 22nd, none other than one of my personal favorites, Bad News Brown, otherwise known as Bad News Allen, plus D-Lo Brown, Mighty Brown Skivvies, and Mike Cruel.
And now for this week
Gunner,
wrestling.
you forgot to tell people.
Mega PR.
What am I, a fucking mute over here? You forgot to tell people before you moved into the next segment that if there were any dead people in this week's birthday list, they should tweet us or email us or message us on Facebook. Let us know who the dead people are. We are keeping count. Nobody's done it yet, so it's pretty easy to keep count. But do it. We'll keep count. Eventually, I was going to say we'll buy you a t-shirt from Barbershop Window, but apparently we'll buy you a t-shirt from, what was the name of the company? Wrestling Tees?
Yes, Wrestling Tees.
Yes, we will buy you a shirt of your choice from Wrestling Tees. Whoever has the most dead people by some arbitrary date that we will decide later.
How about the first people to tweet us about the dead people?
Okay.
Well, now that we've got that cleared up...
But it's not Mighty Brown, it's supposed to be Might, so it sounds like my.
And now it is time for This Week in Wrestling with Omega BR.
Yes, this weekend, wrestling history. Circa 1951, where Mae Young defeats Cora Combs to become the first NWA Florida Women's Champion in Tampa, Florida. Jump to 1976, where a big NWA Mid-Atlantic event in Greensboro, North Carolina saw 3 title changes take place on a single card. Tim Woods defeated Angelo Mosca to win the television title, ending Mosca's second reign. Ric Flair defeated Wahoo McDaniel for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight title, ending McDaniel's third reign and beginning Flair's third. And Paul Jones defeated Blackjack Mulligan to begin his second reign as United States Champion. And in 2003, Izzy and Dixie of Special K defeat the Backseat Boys of Trent Acid and Johnny Cashmere in Glen Burnie, Maryland, to win the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. And that was this week in wrestling history.
Hey, it's the part of the show where I get to do things. Happy trails. Happy trails to Low Key, once again, who announced on Twitter that he's retiring from pro wrestling, blaming All Japan for not honoring their contractual obligations of medical care. And happy trails to Mickey James and Magnus for breaking up, according to Magnus, on Twitter. What should we watch this week in wrestling? Yankum DDS. What should we watch this week in wrestling?
Oh, fuck. You just had to do it, didn't you?
Well,
you
I just got here.
What? Anyways, you know what? Go watch the I Did It for The Rock segment on YouTube. Just for shits and giggles.
Jester, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
As I was surfing the internets before going to work today, I came across a little something on Kotaku.com. Now, I realize that many of you people are of a brand to deride Kotaku for journalism and other things that they do, and some of the things that their writers do. But I want you to look up a little article on Kotaku called that brings two of our great favorite things together: pro wrestling and Street Fighter. Yes, amazing as it sounds, there is a story called well, had it here a second ago, but something about pro wrestlers doing an homage to Street Fighter, and I believe the organization was Hoodie something. I'm not exactly sure. Hood Slam, thank you, Omega. Whose tagline, by the way, and I am not making this up, is "fuck the fans." So, go and check out Hood Slam's little dealy bob on Kotaku and see if Rue and Ken and Vega and Cammy all get together in the ring and do something interesting. Didn't seem to happen for me, but hell, the gal that got playing Cammy at least had a nice ass.
What should we...
all the way from back in 2004.
Yeah, exactly. What should we watch this week in wrestling? Omega Beyond.
How about when Mae Young and the Fabulous Moolah were on WWE programming, and they had a tag team match on SmackDown, I believe it was, against Tori Wilson and Dawn Marie.
Oh, that's a classic. Nice job. I haven't even thought of that one for a while. I am going to tell you this week to watch the Cody Rhodes versus Goldust match, and Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus the Shield tag team title match this week, because it was quite excellent. Oh, and the Shield lost. So, spoilers, if you didn't watch Raw this week, new tag team champions. It was an amazing match. That spear through the little divider thing, and other spots and whatnot. The Rhodes family apparently has hit gold in the fall of 2013. So, I mean, I'm surprised that y'all haven't even brought that up. It was a great match. It was the most deserved win, and I cannot wait to see when Goldust turns on Cody Rhodes, because he's jealous of his success.
That fucking spear was brutal.
Okay, I'm going to make this prediction now. Cody Rhodes wins the Royal Rumble.
Not if John Cena has anything to say about it.
Cody Rhodes wins the Royal Rumble, goes after the World Heavyweight Championship, and takes on Damian Sandow in the fucking main event.
Now that I would like to see. Of course, I'd like to see Sandow with the strap right now, so when is that going to happen?
At the Rumble. Rather than later, but... Sooner rather... Yeah, oh yeah, at the Rumble. Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah,
okay, so...
He cashes in at the Rumble on whoever has the title at the time, and then faces Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania for the title. Unless Cena wins it back at Elimination Chamber.
Alright, so that's it for this week, for We've Been Serious this week. Go figure, right? Thanks everybody for listening. I'd like to thank all of our panelists this week. They'll be joining Vassar and Nat Jester for being here. And some plugs. SmartSnark.com will bring you to our Bandcamp, or not our Bandcamp page, our Spreaker page, which has all of our shows on it. I would also like to promote, let's see here, SmartSnark on Twitter, twitter.com/SmartSnark, because that's where we talk to you the most, and that's where we do all of our cool things with SmartSnark. So check that out, and then you can check out our Facebook, facebook.com/SmartSnark, which I don't really do anything with, to be honest. If you want to contact us for other things, smartsnark@gmail.com. And I think that's it.
So this one time at band camp, I want to tell you what I did with this flute.
Jesus fucking Christ. Thanks everybody for listening. Tune in next week, and who's that coming out the fly door? It's Rey Mysterio. Oh, here we go.
Oh, please no. By the way, I miss Vassar. He was here. When did this happen?
Something tells me.
We're on time.
Something tells me that Ned Chester played the tuba in band.
Band? What was that?
Good night, Glenn Burney.